say that money don't grow on cheese. Here in America, you just go out there in your backyard and you just pick money from trees. That's it. We just pick money from trees. Only in America does money grow on trees. Only in America. Only in America. The insanity, friends, is real. It's absolutely real. Okay? Can you imagine this? Free money for illegals, way of a card, a food card with money on it that you can go and buy whatever you want to. Yeah, that's what we're talking about today. In this video, we're talking about New York City and the rollout of giving illegals money cards. That's right, money cards for illegals. That's what we're talking about today. If you're interested in that, then let's do it. Stay tuned and let's do it. Money cards, free money for illegals, free money for illegals, free money for illegals, free money for illegals. Hello, friends, and welcome to The Conservative Poet. I am Amania, and I want to say thank you to all of the new subscribers. We got a whole lot of people that hit that subscribe button, and I want to say thank you for doing that, because I will surely work hard to entertain you, to bring you information, and just to be the fighter out here in the streets for you. So thank you for subscribing. God bless you and God keep you. Hello, fellow patriots. Thank you so much for your support. And again, you can do so by purchasing products from the Orlando Patriots, mugs, t-shirts, all of your patriotic gear. We are in an election year, so we need to show the world that we support our candidates, especially President Trump. So get some gear at theorlandopatriot.com and you'll get 30% off. Thank you for your support. It means the world to me. I'll see you there. So this news clipping that we're going to look at right here is when they first rolled this pilot program out where they were going to be feeding 500 families with this prepaid card. Okay. And so, but I have another video that I'm going to show a little bit after this where there's been some backlash and people are speaking out and they're talking about this and they're saying this is insanity. This is too much. This is just too much. But in this video, this one was about a month or so back when Eric Adams first came out here to say how they're going to be rolling out this pilot program to help these families. So because they're wasting money because they're feeding these people, they're purchasing food and lunch boxes and so on, and they're feeding these people, and these people are saying, you know what, no, we don't want this. We want home's food. We want food from our country. We want foods from home. And so they've decided, well, yeah, we're not going to eat it. We're not going to eat it. No, we're just not going to eat it. We want food from our home country. So you need to figure out how you're going to feed us food from our country. And so Eric Adams says, well, maybe we should just give them cards with money on it so they can just go and buy their own food. There's a solution, right? That's a solution. We'll just give them money on cards and say, make sure you sign this affidavit here. Make sure you do this so that we know that you're not going to buy anything other than your home food. You're not going to buy nothing else with it. Promise us that you're not buying nothing else with the card. You're just going to buy food for you and your babies. That's all you're going to do. You're just going to buy food, Pampers, and whatever you need for you and your babies. Right? But we got some critics in there, so we're going to take a look at that right now.
Race tonight about a new pilot program that'll give migrant families a reloadable prepaid credit card to buy food and baby supplies.
All right, it would replace the food boxes given to asylum seekers staying in hotels. Fox 5's Jessica Formoso has more on how it would all work.
Some migrant families will soon be given prepaid credit cards to buy food and baby supplies. The mayor's office says the city is partnering with Mobility Capital Finance to launch a more cost-effective program. Right now, the city has contracts with food services who provide non-perishable food boxes to shelters. They will start with 500 migrant families with children in short-term hotel stays. The cards can only be used at bodegas, grocery stores, supermarkets, and convenience stores.
We're just giving this migrant population more free stuff at the expense of New York City taxpayers.
In a statement, the mayor's office says, in part, quote, not only will this provide families with the ability to purchase fresh food of their culturally relevant diets and the baby supplies of their choosing, but the pilot program is expected to save New York City more than $600,000 per month or more than $7.2 million annually.
I'm not going to be thankful that a program that was bloated and inefficient is somehow cheaper to just give away free money to people in the hopes that they feed themselves.
According to the New York Post, this pilot program will cost the city $53 million. The amount loaded on the card will depend on the family size.
They're deflecting attention away from their incompetency, and they're not holding accountable the people that had prior contracts.
Paramalu is with artists, athletes, and activists. He says the Adams administration is setting up the migrants for failure.
Purchasing food at the supermarket is not cheap anymore. And on top of that, they don't have kitchens. So how are they going to purchase the food that they want?
The families who get these credit cards will be required to sign an affidavit swearing they will only use them for food or baby supplies. Those who violate the terms could be kicked out of the program.
Seen that? Heard that? Good. I mean, how insulting to the American people that you just first you've let the people take over this country, right? You've let them take over. They're taking over. I mean, they have literally taken over this country. Like, I mean, I don't understand how this can even be happening in America. Again, we have no sovereignty. Our borders aren't protected. Our people aren't protected. The country isn't protected. Our sovereignty is gone. And now they're giving these people cards with money so they can eat like they were at home, like they were back home in their country. I mean, it's crazy. They're giving them these monies because they refuse to eat the food that they're being provided. They refuse to eat the food. They're protesting. America is terrible to us. They're giving us food that's not from our country. So now they're giving us food that's not from our country, and we demand to have food from our country. We demand whatever it is. We demand it. And America says, okay, illegals, okay, migrants, we're going to give you your home food. We're going to just give you a card. We're just going to give you money for you to go and buy your own food from your own country. That's what we're going to do. We're just going to give you money. Don't you worry about eating bologna sandwiches. Don't you worry about eating lobster. Don't you worry about those things. We just going to give you the money for your card so you can go and buy what you want for you and your babies. What a slap in the face to the American taxpayer. And then they tell you, oh, you'll be saving money. We're going to save the taxpayer money. We're going to save the taxpayer money. That's what we're going to do. We're going to save the taxpayer money. Looney Tunes. Seen that? Heard that? Good.
Tonight, New York City's mayor pushing back on criticism of a new $50 million program to hand out prepaid debit cards to migrant families.
We need to dispel the rumor that we gave American Express cards to everyone.
Adams insisting that
this guy is so smug. We need to dispel the rumor that we gave American Express cards to migrants. Friend, it don't matter if you gave them a prepaid penny card, okay? The problem is that you're doing this and it's taxpayers that's paying for it. So your smugness is just, and look at the other two next to him. These people are disgraceful.
The paid cards curb the cost of inefficient food distribution that has led to expensive food waste, potentially saving taxpayers roughly $7 million.
Guess what? They're not saving taxpayers $7.2 million because guess what? We're wasting money on these people. Okay? That's what's happening. We're literally wasting money on these people. Nobody's saving anything. Nobody's saving $7.2 million per year. Again, being a sanctuary city has nothing to do with feeding people, with clothing people, with pampering people, with any of that. Housing people, none of that. All a sanctuary city on the books is supposed to be doing is not calling ICE. Okay? That's all it's just they're not calling ICE to deport people. When did this become where you have to spend $7.2 million, or actually it's like $53 million, but you're saving $7.2 million? I mean, it's crazy. And they just expect people to just take this.
Dollars a year, adding the cards can only be used for food and baby supplies with a limit of up to $1,000 per month for a family of 4.
What happened to the WIC program, right? That's the only thing the American people get. They get the WIC program. You get some you get some eggs, you get some milk, you get some baby formula, some canned baby formula, and let me see, memory serve, because I did have the WIC program when I had my son. So yeah, that's my memory serve. Oh, cheese. They give you cheese and those kinds of things. You didn't get this fancy card that said, here you go, honey. Here's what you buy. Here's what you can go and buy whatever you want. No, it was preset. Here's what you get. Here's what you get. But these people get to lavish away on whatever it is that they decide that they want.
Or
If this is successful, we're going to expand it even more.
the pilot program drawing immediate criticism, including from rapper 50 Cent, who went on to social media to vent his frustration, writing, "Maybe Trump is the answer."
Maybe Trump is the answer. Thank you, Fitty. Thank you. I'll be up in the club. I can't. Let me stop. But anyway, no, this is great. Thank you, 50 Cent, for coming out and speaking out. This is crazy. And yes, maybe Trump is the guy. Trump is the answer, because this stuff is nonsense. I mean, all this does is incentivize people to continue to come. You know, first they were giving them places to sleep, and then they were putting them up hotels and doing all of that. And now there's been so much more, but now they're giving them cards. It's ridiculous.
Told 50 Cent to hit me up. I would love to explain it to him.
And over the weekend,
tell him I would love to explain it to him. This guy, how smug is he? Hell, tell 50 Cent to hit me up. I'd love to explain it to him, because he obviously don't know how politics works. He obviously don't know what's happening. He obviously don't know what's going on. He's just a rapper, you know. I know more better. I'm a politician. I know how to get this done. You tell him to hit me up so I could school him. Shut the...
Texas Governor Greg Abbott joining the choir of criticism while on Fox News, calling the program insanity.
It may be the most reprehensible thing that I've seen take place over the past 48 hours.
It's the latest effort by New York City officials to deal with ongoing migrant surge. More than 173,000 migrants and asylum seekers have arrived in New York City since the spring of 2022. Both the New York Democratic governor and the mayor have been pleading for federal support, insisting the city is at a breaking point.
This has hurt us, and where the White House needs to make adjustments.
The move as the search continues for migrants who were caught on camera attacking 2 New York City police officers last month. 7 suspects were arrested and 6 of those were released without bond. Police say they believe at least 6 more people were involved.
And you know what's sickening about this whole thing about beating the police, these illegals? So now you're putting them up in hotels, you're feeding them, you're giving them money, And this is what they do. This is how they repay the system. This is what they do. It's this is what they do. We had a shooting in, not a shooting, but there was a shooting in Chicago, illegals. There was a killing of a girl in, allegedly everything. There was a shooting in Chicago where illegals, did the shooting. Where did they get guns? I couldn't tell you. There was a murder of a girl in Georgia, Laken Riley. Police officers being beaten up, and yet we feed them, we give them cards, we take care of them. It makes no sense to me. Like, this is the most insane thing I've ever seen in my life. It's insanity, plain and simple.
And send them back. You don't touch our police officers.
Governor Kathy Hochul now publicly challenging Manhattan DA Alvin Bragg, saying she believes none of the migrants are released without bond.
An assault on a police officer means that you should be sitting in jail.
Bragg defending his decision, condemning the attack, saying he didn't request bail out of caution, adding he needed to send the people to jail.
The video is the start of the process, not the end. We will continue to work to identify those responsible and will hold them accountable for their specific roles.
Tonight, the Big Apple looking to D.C. for answers.
It is absolutely disgraceful what they have done to the city that I loved. I love the city. I love Manhattan. Oh man, what a beautiful place. When I tell you, I can't even imagine going back home and going back to Manhattan and seeing what this looks like. Like, I would just get on a plane and go out there just to see this, right? And I may stop by and see some friends and family, I may do that. But I'm just saying, I would just go just for this, just so I could witness it for myself, how awful this actually is in the city. These people are being given so much money. And then they say in the news clipping that, it's another clipping, that they say that they're telling these people to sign an affidavit that they're only going to use the card to buy Pampers or baby food or baby formula and whatever, and regular food. So, they're not going to buy cigarettes with it. Yeah, they're not going to buy alcohol with it. Yeah, they're not going to buy anything else with it. Lottery tickets, who knows? They're not going to buy any of these things. They're just going to buy food with it. That's all they're going to do. They're just going to buy food with it. And then another thing, so the foods that's, part of their culture. Food is food, right? Food is for sustenance, right? Nourishment, to keep you from dying. Like, you should be getting the bare minimum to keep you from dying. And again, it is not anybody's responsibility. It's not the government's responsibility. It's not the country's responsibility to feed you, to clothe you, to dress you. Nor you or your baby. I'm just saying, we're going to keep it 100. We're going to keep it 1,000 up in here. Okay? We're going to keep it 1,000. Not even 100. We keep it in 1,000. It is not our responsibility to do these things. And I get it. These people have needs. That's why used to be where you can come here, you have yourself situated and set up where you can support yourself. People, we're supporting these people. It's crazy. Nobody sees anything wrong with that. It's crazy. We are supporting these people, and the more you give, the more you support, the more you put into this thing, the more they come, the more they come, the more they come, the more they come. You heard Governor Abbott. He's never seen anything more crazy. He's at the border, right? Fighting this. He's at the front lines of this thing. New York City, Eric Adams is sitting cushy in New York City. This man, Abbott, is on the front lines. He is in the middle of the beast on the front lines. What he's getting at the border, Doesn't compare. Adams just got a couple of 100,000. This man is getting millions. And again, these people are coming just all into the country. It's crazy. It's ludicrous. It's insanity. Thanks, Fiddy. Go. It's your birthday. Go. God help me. Well, friends, at the end of the day, what do we have? This is what you voted for, right? So as Fiddy say, Trump might be the answer. And so 2024 is your opportunity, friends. New York City, Chicago, all these liberal cities that is having this problem with migrants, this problem with illegals, this problem with people taking over your city, with people murdering, shooting, robbing, all this stuff in your city. This is what you voted for at the end of the day. And so again, 2024 is your opportunity, friend, to decide if you want to continue with this madness, or do you want to have a different change? Do you want something different? Do you want to try your hands at Donald J. Trump for 2024? I'd say it might be your best option, right? It might be your best bet, right? It might be your best gamble that Donald Trump might be your best guy, right? To fix your problem, to fix our problem in this country. Trump 2024. That's going to be the video, friends. Thank you so much for watching, sharing, and subscribing. And I'm going to leave it there. God bless you. God keep you. Talk to me in the comments. Let's have a conversation about what you think is going on, about people standing up and speaking up about this. Even the governor talking about Governor Hopeful of New York talking about this. I mean, where do we go from here? Where do we go from here? Talk to me in the comments. Let's have a conversation. I'll see you in another video. Go. It's your birthday. Go. It's your birthday.